Stay tuned and let's check out the Marvel Legends Walgreens exclusive, Nova. Pow and welcome back to the channel, Dan Who Reviews. As always, my name is Dan W. Make sure you were following me on Instagram at It's Dan Who. And you can now hit that join button and become a channel member as well. Quite simply show some love or join the members club. Much appreciated. Today we are taking a look at the Marvel Legends Walgreens exclusive Nova, or the man called Nova as the box says. Now I say it's a Walgreens exclusive. In the UK it wasn't. There are no Walgreens of course. So this was just out on all the usual places, but it is come and gone. It didn't last very long. So I don't know if it was in limited supply in the UK. I have no idea, but hopefully you managed to get your hands on one like I did. Happy to add a new Nova to the shelf. Now we do have a couple of previous ones, which of course I'll get into some comparisons as we go through, but we have got two. We've got the Sam Ryder version there, and then this is the Richard Ryder version from the old 2014 Groot Build-A-Figure wave, I believe, in the Guardians of the Galaxy. So yeah, we will do a comparison as we go through, but let's take a look at what we got in the box first. So we got this alternative helmet, which is called something technically. It follows him around a little bit, and we got a stand for that. I'll figure that out before the end of the video. We got interchangeable sort of flying hands, if you will, just flat palms, and then this newer design for Nova. Spin it around, there's a picture of Nova from the box. On the back, the same design on the back. Again, no wavy association, no other figures or anything like that, but we do get a nice write-up that reads: chosen by the last surviving member of the elite intergalactic defense force, Richard Ryder ascends from the humble origins to continue the battle as Nova. So as I said, I do enjoy getting new cosmic characters for the shelf, and the Walgreens sort of line this year is all cosmic. So if I've got Nova, we're getting Quasar. Who knows what the future holds, but let's get Nova open. So here we have Nova out of the box with all of his accessories, and as you can see, not many accessories, just what we've already pointed out. So we got Cubit, this little enchanted helmet, and then we got some interchangeable flying hands. So that's all we've got. But let's take a look at the figure himself first. First impressions, it is obviously Nova. He's got a very unique look, but it's simple, but I like it, if that makes sense. His helmet, he's very iconic with the big star in the front, but the blues and golds looks good, and it does seem like to be a decent body for him. I know they've got these new shoulders on here so you can get him in some flying poses. So we shall see. I've got a flight stand next to me. We'll see how he looks on a flight stand. But yeah, first impressions, looks good for a Nova. It does seem like a bit of an upgrade to the previous versions as well. So let's zoom in and take a closer look. Taking a closer look at Richard Ryder, as I said, it's a very simple design, but a nice one at that. So the front just has these 3 gold stars all attached with these lines, and it looks pretty clean, to be fair. If there were any blemishes, they'd be very noticeable against the darker blue. But the design does continue when you're articulating backwards. The lines will continue until the very edge of the plastic. Gets a little bit gappy there at the end, but still, it does work a little bit, and the crunch is not bad at all. It does go much further back than it does forward, but still decent range there. Moving down, you got this strip of gold here, which isn't a separate piece, it's just painted on. Same with these stripes on the side of his legs. And just to let you know, Rich M unfortunately got one of these where the gold stripe was missing down the side of the leg. So definitely keep an eye out for that. So I've luckily got 2 stripes on either leg, but yeah, Rich was unfortunately missing one. But moving down to the boots, simple boots with swivel at the top, and then just a gold strip there. So not much in sculpt or any uniqueness there. Unfortunately, it's just paint. Moving up to the arms, again, the paint is just gold metallic and then blue painted gauntlets, but no sculpt work or anything, no separate piece. The only unique piece on this figure is really the shoulder pads, as they've cut the shoulders so you can actually articulate the arms all the way around, and the shoulder will follow. Oh, yeah, so the shoulder piece is an actual separate piece. Like, I can manipulate that without even moving the shoulder. Like, that's a separate rubbery piece that will twist itself, if that makes sense. But it does allow you to get the arms all the way up, and you can sort of tweak the design as well and get them into some flying poses, I imagine. So there's both arms up, and you can just twist the shoulder pads. There you go. But then you can twist them all the way back round. So yeah, simple but effective. Spinning around, and again, the helmet is iconic. Now, for this Walgreens exclusive, with no Build-A-Figure piece, I would have liked interchangeable head maybe, or a different helmet, as there are a few different designs within the Nova cores. But this one looks good, works well. You've got the blue underneath the visor there with the gold, well, red over the gold helmet, and the red star looks pretty good, to be fair, as well. That looks pretty clean. That's a separate piece off the helmet. Now, there is a bit of marbling effect in the helmet, but again, I've said it many times before, it doesn't bother me. If the plastic is meant to be representing some sort of metallic metal piece, then having a little bit of sheen or marbling does not bother me at all. But yeah, the helmet is pretty nice. And you would assume that his extra piece, this cubit here, is an alternative helmet, but it's not. It's a separate piece. I'll even show you. The head will pop off, of course, like all Marvel Legends heads do, but this cubit piece isn't an interchangeable head. That won't even fit on there. As you can see, it's got a little peg, and that is for the translucent flight stand that we get. And we've got this with like head pull in the past, I believe, but that just plugs on there, so you can have Cubit floating around following him. So let me zoom in and check out this. So again, very simple, quite like the design of this, black gold with the red star. And he's got like these wings, and again, you might see a little bit of metallicness on this, but again, doesn't bother me. It's meant to be representing some sort of metal, but yeah, there you go. So I like that you get the flight stand with it, rather than it just being a loose piece that we're keeping a bag and never actually have on display. So at least now you can have him displayed with Nova. But yeah, looks pretty good. So yeah, Cubit looks good on the flight stand, and if you've got a better flight stand, put them on it. All good. Head back on. There we go. Right, so as I said, hands. He has two fisted gold hands straight out of the box, but we do get some interchangeable hands. So as I said, two fisted hands, but we get two open palm hands as well. Very simple. So you can use them for waving. Hello. You can use them for slapping people, of course. Or, of course, you can use them for flying, what they're actually meant to be used for. So there you go. Get them in a flight pose to see how far back the head will go. So the head goes pretty far back, to be fair. So I'll obviously come to someone else for better posing than this. But the point is, can you get Nova in a flying pose? Yes, you can. To get him on a flight stand, get Cubit following him. And there you go, you got Nova. Pretty good. Right, let's get into some Nova comparisons. So I've already shown these off. This is the Sam Alexander version of Nova. He's a younger kid who gets the Nova Corps helmet. And then here we have the Richard Rider of the past, I assume. But now we could use this guy as maybe just a random Nova Corps. So Army build these guys, and you could have this as the lead maybe. Who knows? Possibilities are yours. But this guy has a lot more sculpted detail on to this previous, this recent design. So this recent design is more my mind's eye version of Nova than all of these extra sculpted parts, but I do appreciate the work when it's put in, of course. So let me move Sam out of the way for a minute, because obviously here's the younger guy, and these are the two Richard Riders. Let me move the camera up. Let's zoom in a little bit and see what we got. So you can see what I mean. This guy's got much more sculpted detail. The shoulder pads, all of this is all sculpted on there. You can see where this guy's flat. It's just those new pieces for the shoulder. But I do like the golds and the blues. I prefer the darker blue on this new one to this sort of metallic-y blue. That's definitely got more of a shine to it than this blue. Spin it around, and then here's got the star at the back with the sculpted sort of design, and then this new one doesn't have anything to compare, unfortunately, on the back. But I prefer the gold as well on this new one. This gold has more of an orange tint to it, and the gold of the helmet doesn't match the gold of the armor, which is a little bit off-putting as well, where at least the gold on the helmet here matches the gold on the figure, if that makes sense. Down to the boots. Again, this one had some sculpted detail, which is nice. This guy doesn't have anything. But again, it's your preference. Which is your favorite design for Nova? Can be your main Nova in the display, and then maybe use the other ones for Nova cores, as I said. But yeah, there's your main comparison of these two. Which one do you prefer? Old Nova or new Nova? Or is each design particular to a certain story or different Nova Corps? Let me know in the comments below if you know more than I do. But yeah, as far as I know, they're both Novas, just different designs. Bring Sam back in for this other Nova comparison. So as I said, Sam is a lot younger than Richard, so that's why he is shorter. He is a teenager compared to Richard Rider. And I think if the MCU ever get round to doing Nova, unfortunately, I think they're going to go for the Sam Alexander version. There's nothing wrong with that, but I do think they're going for more of a younger Avengers vibe, maybe Richard gives him the helmet and change it up from the comics, who knows. But you can see the design here for Sam is different as well. You still got those three sort of balls or on the front to compare to Richard here, where these are the stars. But as I said, Sam's are sculpted in and Richard's are just painted on. So again, more sculpt work on the previous Sam Alexander. Same with the gauntlets on the wrists. They're sculpted in compared to just painted ones on Rich. So this does look nice, but it does seem like a very easy repaint for Hasbro. Yes, they've got new shoulders, but not a lot. Like even these lines here on the legs could have been sculpted in. The gauntlet there could have been sculpted in. I'm not hating on it, but I'm just saying it is a nice, easy repaint for Hasbro there. But yeah, there's your straight up comparison of these two. Now these two can be on the shelf together, I suppose. But yeah, as your Nova comparisons, that's what we've got in our sort of modern Hasbro era. So yeah, which is your version of Nova? For a quick cosmic comparison, here we have Nova compared to Vance Astro. And as you can see, here's on the much bulkier body, it seems. Are they on the same body? No, it does seem like Vance Astro is on a bigger body. But Nova does stand to about the same height, to be fair. But yeah, there you go, cosmic comparison. Here we have a comparison that probably makes more sense to people as it is New Warriors. So we got Night Thrasher and of course the very recent Firestar here as well, which look great together, to be fair. So it's hard for me to decide where I'm going to put this Nova in a display. Do I put him in a more street level sort of vibe with the New Warriors, or do I put him in a cosmic display? I do have a couple of Novas now to mix it up. Maybe I should get another one of these, who knows? But you let me know in the comments below. Where is your Nova going in your collection? These three look good together. And finally, here we have Richard Rider compared to Hellfire Dan. And yeah, looking good. Ow! You have to give it up for Shardimus Prime for doing those stop motions at every video. Honestly, it's not easy. So bravo Shardimus, that's a tribute if anything, I promise. But yes, final thoughts on Nova. He looks great, but it is a very simple figure, not much to talk about as a figure, but it is an upgrade to the previous one in my opinion. It fits better to your recent modern Hasbro Marvel Legends display. Yes, the previous one was still Marvel Legends Hasbro, but you know what I'm saying. As times went on, and that previous one is a few years old now, it just aesthetically looks better and fits more into your collection. So yeah, I do think this is an upgrade, but as a figure itself, it is very simple. But still, it's my mind's eye version of Nova. It's the gold, it's the blue, it's got the nice helmet with the red, and we even get Cubit as a nice little accessory as well. So what not to like about this? If you're a Cosmic fan, I think you are gonna like Nova. So as always, people, you let me know what you think in the comments below. And if you want to support what I'm doing here on the channel, then please hit that subscribe button. Much appreciated. You can also now hit that join button and become a channel member, show some love, or join the members club. Help me out on a live stream. Much appreciated. Follow me on Instagram at itsdanwho. Help me get to 10K. And I will, of course, see you on the next one.